inevitably, when you've gone through what I've gone through, and I would hope that, let me not talk about other people, it obviously generates a fair bit of self-analysis and reflection and questioning. So sure, it has driven home what I always appreciated, which is that we are all fallible. And through everything I did as a prosecutor, I was always very aware of my own capability to err, and the fact that I did, as everybody now knows. And what I think it makes one appreciate is that violations in certain domains does not speak to the totality of one's personality. Some of the people, for instance, whom we had to prosecute, or entities that we had to prosecute for market violations, were in many respects good institutions or individuals. And so there are more subtleties to these dynamics than are always or often apparent. And so one realizes that. I think the hardest piece of this is recognizing the pain I've caused to my family, which is a heavy burden to carry, as it should be. And the sense that I have let down not only my family, but friends, colleagues, voters who had asked me to do a certain type of job. And I desperately wanted to do that job, to do it well. I think we were trying, we were in many ways doing that job, but I let them down. And that is a very heavy burden to carry. I don't think it's for me to judge whether or not I have ever earned it or deserve it. All I can do is ask for it at a certain point in time, and obviously my relationship with my family is what I care about first and foremost, and I've been extraordinarily fortunate to have a remarkable wife, 3 spectacular daughters, and we as a family are in certain respects stronger than we've been, and that they have been forgiving, and I've been the very, very lucky beneficiary of that. Look, again, I hesitate to give advice. I would just say what I've tried to do is look within, and that is where one must ultimately find one's sense of self and purpose, and that's all one can do. And the other interesting thing that happens in moments like this, of course, is that you find who your friends really are, and you find out, who you can depend on and who's there and who tries to help, and that's also important. When you know something's stupid, don't do it. It's really that there often isn't a lot of subtlety to the things that cause trouble. And it's not a lack of capacity to distinguish between right and wrong. It's the failure to exercise that judgment at the particular moment, whether out of hubris, out of a sense of entitlement, out of a sense of adrenaline, whatever it may be. But, it's stupidity that brings people down.